A creaseless display, most complete camera system on a flip phone, incredible performance, great battery life. You are looking at possibly the most complete flip phone of the year 2023. This is the OPPO Find N3 Flip. Is this really the flip phone to go for? Well, we have partnered with OPPO to bring you one of the first detailed look at the OPPO Find N3 Flip. This is the first time I've actually daily drived a flip phone from OPPO. It's been about 10 days and boy do I have some thoughts to share and also compare this to my Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Starting with the unboxing experience, and no, this is different because out of the box OPPO Find N3 Flip actually comes with the whole experience compared to the competition. We get a 67 watt fast charging brick along with a free protective case. I really love me some free accessories and chargers, especially in 2023 because not many brands are doing this, so big up OPPO. Alright, so what is so special about the OPPO Find N3 Flip that we don't see on the competition, for example Galaxy Z Flip 5? And I think there are two main key areas where the OPPO Find N3 Flip is probably the best flip phone out there. First up is camera. The number one reason why I haven't used a flip phone personally is because you always lose on camera performance, but all of that changes finally with the Find N3 Flip. This is the world's first flip phone to have a proper complete flagship triple camera system, meaning we have a large 50 megapixel sensor, a large 48 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor, and a large 32 megapixel 2x optical zoom sensor. And well, the difference is quite obvious when you compare the pictures out of the Find N3 Flip to the competition. The lack of a proper zoom sensor on the Flip 5 means loss of detail as you have to digitally crop that 12 megapixel sensor. It just doesn't look as sharp compared to a dedicated 2x optical zoom on the OPPO Find N3 Flip. Plus, even more than the zoom, for me personally, portrait mode performance is effective massively as it looks far more natural with a 2x optical zoom than a wide angle portrait as we have on the competition. As for the main camera, the 50 megapixel sensor on the OPPO Find N3 Flip pulls out more detail than the 12 megapixel sensor on the Z Flip 5. OPPO goes for a more of a natural look when it comes to colors compared to the Flip 5. I mean, you can be subjective about which one you like, but when it comes to detail, OPPO almost always comes on top. And same can be said for the 48 megapixel sensor, which just for a comparison is over 100% larger sensor than the ultra wide on the Flip 5. Thanks to larger sensor size, we get more light, which means better low light performance on the OPPO Find N3 Flip. When it comes to videos, we can shoot 4K 30 FPS on all lenses with decent colors and great HDR performance. So if you were like me, not using a flip phone because of lack of a complete camera experience, the Find N3 Flip fixes that as it's the most complete camera system that I've tried on a flip phone. Now on to the second big key area of difference compared to the competition is the display. The OPPO Find N3 Flip rocks a 6.8-inch 120Hz refresh rate display with 1600 nits of peak brightness. I mean, we get it, it's a great panel as expected from OPPO, but the main thing here is the display crease. In comparison to the competition, the crease on the OPPO Find N3 Flip is noticeably less visible. You can only see it barely in certain lighting situations. You also don't feel it with your touch as I experienced with the Z Flip 5, so making it the best display that I've tried out on a flip phone in 2023. Now on top of having a creaseless display, we also have for the first time an official IPX4 rating, which means the Find N3 Flip is resistant to water splashes from any direction. OPPO also made the hinge about 34% more durable than the last year's model. All in all, the big difference maker is that crease, which is almost non-existent. Now on the back, we have a 3.26-inch covered display, which is in vertical orientation. This is one of the big reasons why OPPO has able to create some more space for those big beefy camera sensors that are just hard to put when you have a horizontal display, for example on the Z Flip 5. In terms of the actual usage, I do find this display a bit better functionally than a horizontal screen because some of my most used apps such as Twitter, TikTok or Instagram, they're all optimized to use vertically, which means you kind of get to see more on your screen and more of a familiar experience. The only thing that I would mention is that using keyboard on such a vertical screen is a bit hard, so for that I kind of prefer using the actual main display, but in terms of just scrolling around on social media, this is pretty good. The Find N3 Flip lets you interact with many apps including WhatsApp, Twitter, Google Maps, Spotify and more. You also have a lot of customization to do in terms of how you want the lock screen wallpaper as well as the clock style, and like with all flip phones, you can use the outer screen as your camera viewfinder to take high quality selfies and videos straight from the main cameras. As for the design itself, there is kind of a unique thing going on which I haven't seen with other flip phones on the market ever, and that is this is the first flip phone to have a proper alert slider. Yes, this is a one-step way to quickly switch between silent, vibrate and ring modes without needing to open the phone. I personally find this extremely useful. As for the design itself, the one thing that I've noticed over my usage with the Find N3 Flip is that it's very comfortable to hold in hand because of its very curved and rounded sides. It feels lightweight and looks very premium in hand. Now the other thing that I've noticed is probably the best battery performance on a flip phone right now. The Find N3 Flip rocks the largest battery size compared to the Z Flip 5 and the Moto Razr Plus, coming at 4300 mAh per cell while offering a 44 watt fast charging compared to 25 watt on the Z Flip 5. I've been able to get through my day comfortably without breaking a sweat, and because of super fast charging, you get 50% in just 23 minutes. I have to say, OPPO has used the space on this phone very well by placing not only high-res cameras but also the biggest flip battery right now. Now what about the performance? Well, this is the first time I'm experiencing the flagship MediaTek Dimensity 9200 chipset, which is based on the 4nm process from TSMC. This chip is actually phenomenal. It's crazy how MediaTek has improved their chips over the years. You get proper flagship performance when you're using the phone, especially when playing games. The Find N3 Flip also comes with 12 gigs of RAM, which is a must for a power user like myself. I really haven't noticed any issues related to performance. Of course, when we talk about performance, we can't leave the software out of question. The Find N3 comes with the Android 13 based on ColorOS 13.2. It is indeed a feature-rich UI with a clean look and tons of customization. Personally, I haven't been a huge fan of ColorOS, but they have made some great improvements to the overall experience, especially when you talk about animations and UI fluidness. Scrolling through third-party apps or just navigating the UI, it all feels very smooth and optimized. Overall, the Find N3 Flip is indeed a solid flip phone to consider if you're actually considering buying a flip phone, because not only you get complete camera experience with high-res cameras as well as a proper telephoto zoom sensor, you also get a creaseless display, which makes such a big difference in the actual usage of the phone. Plus, this time around, OPPO also added the IPX4 water resistant rating, as well as making the phone 34% more durable than last generation. It honestly feels like OPPO has targeted the shortcomings of the competition flip phone and basically created the Find N3 Flip, which could be the flip of the year. Again, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. For more information, definitely check out OPPO's social media account for their newest phone models such as the OPPO Find N3 Flip, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. With that being said, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.